a big addition, Nate Ament, On3's number 2 overall prospect in the class behind A.J. DeBonsa, who's the projected number 1 pick in the draft next year. So whichever direction you want to go, starting with Ament or the roster itself, what do you think about what Tennessee basketball has done to retool for this upcoming year?
Man, I think we wouldn't do it justice if we didn't start with Ament. You look at a guy coming in with his stature, like him being heralded, number 2, could be number 1 in some publications. Rick Barnes said, I think he's number 1. So that's pretty cool to get a stamp from Coach Barnes like that, who doesn't give out any kind of accolades, especially before you've done anything on the court for him. So that's got to be saying a whole lot. But I think, man, he's a shift. He's a shift in what you look at when you were getting guys like Gillespie, you were getting guys like Jalen Carey, you had the guys coming back in the front court, and you were kind of scratching your head like, man, you need something to kind of tilt the scale, and you got it. You got it in a guy like Ament, man. So hopefully we've seen him go out and develop. When you think about Coach Barnes and his staff, they've been able to go out and develop guys, especially guys of this stature. The first person that comes to mind is Kevin Durant, automatically. But I think another person that you got to always think back and look at his resume is a guy like Grant Williams, a guy like Admiral Schofield. Go on back to a guy when he was at Texas like a Miles Turner. Like, you got to look at guys like this that came in and that had a complete jump and maybe weren't as talented as an Ament, but he made them reach that level. So you got to get that credit to Barnes. You know he's going to push them. I think this right here, man, this is as big as being able to go pull a Bernard King, and get him in, hopefully, potential-wise, like when you think about it, this is a guy right there on that level coming out. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a fun ride. I automatically think about Jabari Smith. That's the first person I think of when you think about his size and athleticism, being able to stretch the floor. I think he did pretty good for Auburn and Bruce Pearl. So if Ament can just reach that level, I think we got something special. But you look across the landscape of it, you got the young fella from France coming in. I don't know how you say I don't know how you say his last name, Swain. Let's put Swain on. I know.
No, you did a good job. You did a good job. Yeah, you did a good job right there. Good job. Good job describing him right there, Ron. Good job, brother.
Clarence Masamba is our early effort. Clarence Masamba. And we'll find out later how
That's
wrong,
what I said, man. Clarence Masamba.
We got Big C Dog coming in, man. But you got to know, you got to understand too, man. Vol Nation got to understand when you bring a guy in like him who's been able to play in the farm league in a sense with Monaco. I was over there when Monaco first came into their league, and they had a billionaire come over and start that and get a development, a juniors league up under them. And man, he didn't play any play in the games. He was swallowing up talent as far as getting guys from across the country to come down there and play. So for him to be affiliated with that and get an opportunity to play with the big team, that says a whole lot. A guy that can shoot it, you got to put you in the mindset of how Santi came over and was kind of ready to go right away. I think it will take a little minute for him to get acclimated as far as the physicality of it. But one thing about him, this is not one-on-one training, learning to dribble between the legs 6 times, do a step back. No, he's fundamentally sound coming over here because that's all they do. They may go to school for 3 hours a day, but they're in the gym all day long with their team, individuals, then the big team. If they need somebody to practice, then they stay after. So fundamentally sound is what he will be. So that's something good to look forward to. And a piece that you can watch grow and develop over the years on the wing. So that's huge. But I think who else we got? Who else did they go get? Oh, another guy I forgot about, Amari Evans. I think that's one of the guys, man, that he committed so early. I think a lot of people forgot about him, and then he kind of got shadowed by Carey, Gillespie, Ament, Big C, Big Clarence.
Yeah, Big Clarence
coming over.
Everybody know Big Clarence.
Just Big Clarence. You got him coming over. So a lot of people forgot about Amari, but he's been in the overtime elite league getting busy, and that's playing with your peers and some guys that are older that are just dominant into the basketball world, like not worried about anything else. So you got an athletic guy, defender coming in, could take on the role of a Meshack, similar to him. I think though a little bit more athletic than Meshack because you see him going to the rim and finishing in that high, talented level of basketball competition that they play. I talked to Damian Wilkins, who's over that league, and he's a guy that spoke highly of him. So it's going to be interesting to see the effects that he has coming in.
I don't think I approve you hanging out with a bulldog, but for this sake, we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Guess what, though, Swain? You can consider him see, I met him when he was going to North Carolina State, too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? I met him when he was in Dr. Phillips High School, so we had a connection before he became a Bulldog. And I always gave him hell about that. Plus, I always gave their team hell, so it kind of worked out.
It worked out. All right, backup point guard position. I mean, for the last couple of years, that's been a question. We saw Jordan Gainey kind of roll into that role last year and do a pretty good job. How do you see that position playing out this year?
Well, I think Bishop Boswell is going to be able to challenge. He should, shouldn't he? You know what I mean? With the experience he had, being able to get to some burn in the NCAA tournament, and also being able to understand how Coach Barnes, how he coaches his system, like what he expects from the point guard. Like that's one of the things that you got to have. If you're a Coach Barnes team, you got to have a point guard. A lot of guys can get away with having a combo guard, like an Alabama or an Auburn, Nate Oates or Bruce Pearl. They're cool with having scoring guards. You can be a scoring guard, but you're going to be transformed into a point guard that can score if you're playing under Coach Barnes. So you got to find that guy that can come in and do that. It's going to be tough, man. But this is what you got to understand if you're Vol Nation. You've been able to watch him over the years plug and play. You know what I mean? This is the first time we don't get to see a volunteer team go out there and plug and play. You really are reshaping this team outside of your front court, the guards and everything. So you got to be patient in this one. This isn't you going back to the same old restaurant and you know you're always gonna get that buffet. You can keep going back up there. This one right here, we got to be like Swain and get the reduced meals, the meal prep. You know what I mean? Eat a little bit, then you know what I mean. This big money life right here. Get a little meal prep. Take your time with that, then go back, you know, and eat in increments. We ain't gonna be able to just sit down and get full like we always want to do. That's not what's gonna be taking place. I don't think. Now, I'm all for if they come out the gate and you got everybody joined at the hip and they rocking and rolling. Yeah, hell yeah, give me that. But man, I'm expecting this team to take some time and they're gonna have to take on the moniker of what we always heard Coach Cal talk about. My team gets better in the latter part of the year. And I can see that happening with this team. You know what I mean? Because how many times is the front court where all your veterans and experience is take the team by the reins and be able to say, all right, we're going, we're pushing this. You got to have them guys on the guard spots, the kid from La Tech being able to come in and be able to shoot and play defense the way he is with a chip on his shoulder. Like, you got a lot of people that got to mesh, man. And the people that got to mesh are the people that's handling the ball the most. That's the guard. So you've been able to plug and go with having guys like Zakai there. You know what I mean? Like Bone there. You know, so forth and so on. Remember how rocky it was when we had Julian Phillips and Jaden Springer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember us having conversations like, man, maybe Jaden should be playing the point. Oh, maybe Phillips, maybe he should be able to get the ball and run the point. He looks better at the point. We may have a little bit of that early on, you know, but I'm sure the ball will be in Gillespie's hands. But man, we gotta be patient with this group this year.
Ron Slay with us. It was last week, right, that the Big Orange Caravan came through Nashville. You got to talk to Tennessee's coaches. I think you spoke to the Tennessee crowd. Anything that you took from the interviews, the conversation, the energy around the event that you were a part of last week?
Yeah, man. It's a confident bunch. And it's not a confident bunch coming out beating their chest because they're trying to sell you on something. This is a bunch as far as the coaches go. That's that buffet. It's a buffet I was sitting down at, Swain. I gotta get up out of me. But this is a bunch of coaches. This is a bunch of coaches, man, that are telling you what their product is, and you've been able to see it. Like you've been able to see what Hyper was able to do. Kim Caldwell this time around, a lot more relaxed in this situation, and a lot more of knowing what she wants. and it's going to be interesting to see her being able to collect that talent. It goes with her demeanor and her attitude, and you can see the competitive fire that she has. Like she's all she's all business, man. Like, yes, it's cool to smile in there and then, but where's the court at? Like, where the officials at? Let's get out here. Let's get out here, you know. And then she understands where she is, and I say that by meaning she got the talent now. She understands there's gonna be other expectations to be able to go out there and deliver, and she's not shying away from it. So you got that, man. And then Coach Barnes, him being there, man, he seems to be really, I guess, proud of this group that he's been able to assemble so far. Looking at these coaches, they feed off each other. You know, I had the opportunity to talk to Danny White. He got so many things, so many wheels turned. You can actually look at Danny White, and what comes off to me when watching Danny White is my guy, one of my favorite movies, man, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like he is what's my guy, the curly head guy that ran it? Not the new one with my guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. Not Johnny Depp, but the one right there in the middle of them. Golly, I can't think his name. This is the most popular one anyway, to me. Come on, Ward, you faster than that.
Which one are we talking
I ain't
about?
never watched the movies. I don't know.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, man. Yeah, with Charlie.
Charlie Bucket?
Charlie was right there. Who?
Charlie Bucket?
Yeah, but what was Willy Wonka's name? What was the
was
guy?
Willy?
The real guy.
Oh, Gene Wilder?
Gene Wilder.
Okay.
Bingo. That's the first of all, that's the best Willy Wonka that's ever played the role. Ever.
Without question. Without question.
It can't be touched. I'm a Johnny Depp lover. That's my guy, but can't nobody touch Gene Wilder. Man, Gene Wilder, that's who Danny White is to me. That's who Danny White is to me. When he first put them on the little boat and they went back in time, and he was like, "Are y'all ready? All right." And you know what I mean? You walk out, the Oompa Loompas right there. You know what I mean? You got the cat. That's UT. when I listen to him talk about UT, he's talking about the Chocolate Factory, man. That's what we got up on Rocky Top. All the new things that are coming, man. His wheels stay turning. If you look in his eyes, if he let you do it long enough, you can start to see the things that are coming in UT. You can see his wheels turning. So Gene Wilder, Danny White is Gene Wilder, man, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I love every bit of it. I want my golden ticket. That's all I'm telling you. They keep on selling out. I got to get me a golden ticket. Swain, whatever you got to do to get me a award, a golden ticket, man. We need in on this, dog.
I'm just thinking about this next Danny White encounter I'm about to have. I'll be sitting there staring at him. He's gonna look at me and go, "Swain, you good?" Nah, man. Ron told me to stare into your eyes.
If we do,
I can see those wheels turning.
if we do one more reboot of Willy Wonka, Danny's lead character.
Man, I'm telling you, look at this, man. Check that smile out and everything. That hat don't move, none of that, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, man, Danny White a bad boy, man.
I don't know that.
He putting it in. He putting it in the works up there, man. But that's what you got up under the umbrella. You know what I mean? Him, Chancellor Plowman, Randy Boyd, like all of them. If you walked into a room and you saw them, the people that I would expect to be under them would be Josh Heupel, Coach Barnes, Kim Call. They fit it. You know what I mean? We finally got our puzzle together and the pieces fit. We're not trying to move them around and say no. No, they fit perfectly right there. So that's what I took from being able to go talk to the guys at the big Orange Caravan last week, and then being held by Mike Keith. Like that's the little cat. That's the little cat back there on to give you another movie reference. I'm movies today. Wizard of Oz, man. He the one back there behind the curtain. And it's not a better voice than Mike Keith. Like we don't even need to see Mike Keith. You know what I mean? Mike Keith physique and everything is still in shape. Mike Keith look like he do 150 push-ups before he go to sleep, 150 when he wake up. He's good. He good and ready for this journey. But man, that voice. Man, put him behind the curtain, man, and just tell Mike, we can go about voice of the Vols. I need to get some heart. I need to get a little bit of courage. You know, I need to find out where I'm going. And Mike keep gonna deliver it so beautiful. Well, you know, if you go out and you go down the yellow brick road, you take the hand of Dorothy, and you all walk, you'll run into that voice is just soothing, man.
It is.
So
It's gold.
That's what I'm talking about, Josh. All the pieces fit, man.
It's gold. It's gold. Like, so right before the Orange and White game, he had like 2 bags of Halls. And I was like, okay, this is what Mike does. He eats Halls, the vitamin C, and he has the cough drops. And I was like, well, his voice sounds so good. I want to get my voice like his. So you know what I did? I went out and bought me some Halls too. I got me some Halls too, Mike Keith. I'm trying to be like you. So I'm walking around eating Halls, and people are like, "Hey, your throat sore?" No, I'm just eating Halls, man, because Mike Keith do it.
Copy the best. That's how you do it.
I got some Halls right here.
That's it, man. Yeah, Swain. See, you ain't one. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Swain ain't no fool.
Ain't no fool.
He see greatness and he see the blueprint they done left behind. He gonna pick the blueprint up. Read
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I'm right there with you.
I'm trying.
Believe me, I keep me some Halls in my bag just because of that. I saw it about 2 years ago. Yeah, I've been on it.
Yep.
He cold, man.
I got to go get some Halls after the show.
Man, what are you waiting on, Josh?
This is why I'm behind.
That's the missing key right there, missing link.
This is why I'm way back in the pack.
You could have been way ahead, Josh.
Yeah,
you could have been way ahead, but you've been lacking this key ingredient, man. The Mike Keith. That's what we need next. The Mike Keith Halls. Yeah, that's what we need next.
And Josh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Your last name is Ward. You should have known better.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where's the legacy, Ward? Where is it? You know what I'm going to do?
Come on, Josh.
I'm going to go look up Hall's PR contact. I'm going to strike an NIL deal before any of you guys do, and I'll start pitching some Halls out there. Right. That's the move.
Well, make sure you don't quit the show before the show.
All right, so we're going to add to the bio. Ron Slay, you have enough on your plate with 3HL, the SEC Network. You're running the Boom Boom Room. You're an SEC legend. But movie critic, we're going to start up a Ron Slay movie critic channel on YouTube. I promise it'll take off.
That's it. And I'm going to give you the full-fledged break. And I've been going to the movies. Like I'm going to tell y'all right now what y'all need to go see. Go see The Accountant 2.
Okay.
The first Accountant was great.
Man, the second one is just as good. It may be even better.
You went by yourself?
No, I should have. My wife went with me.
Ooh.
But
you said that out loud?
Yeah, I said it, but she's in the other room with the door closed, so I can say that. Hey,
okay.
You see, I'm whispering now. So.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Good luck, brother.
You better go hide behind the curtain again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. You got to take heed. The other one, man, it's another one too that I just watched. Man, they got Lawrence Fishburne in there, CIA agent. Was real cold blooded, man. Nah, it wasn't real cold blooded. I'm lying. It was about a 7. Nah, about a 6.5. But I'm a tough critic because Accountant 2 was a 9. You know what I mean? That's telling you something. Accountant 2 was a 9, and it's hard to get a 10. Black Panther got a 10. I'm trying to think about 10 movies. The Amateur. The Amateur is the name of the movie. Go check out The Amateur, man. If you got some time, that's a real good movie. About 6.5 though, but it's cool.
Well, that describes us perfectly, Josh. We're about to check that out.
Yeah, The Amateur. I'm surprised I wasn't invited to take part in the movie.
I know, 100%. You know Ron's working hard during basketball season. This man going to the movies and stuff. Who goes to the movies? His off season, he's going to the movies.
I ain't been in so long, Swain. I was like, man, I went twice in 1 week, dog. I'm trying to catch up on everything.
I told you he can be a critic, by the way. I checked him. What'd you say, about a 6.5 tomato meter for The Amateur? Gave it a 60%. So you're right there with the professionals already.
Come on, man. Sinners 9.3. The 9.3 for me. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't into vampires. You know what I mean? Michael B. Jordan, playing 2 roles in that movie. Great movie.
Yeah, tomato meter 97.
I got to take out a loan.
97%. Yeah, Ron Slay. He's a pro. Lord. He's a pro. So Tennessee, SEC, Oak Hill legend, Ron Slay.
Hey, they got Afterpay at the theaters. Ron.
Hey man, just
watch now, pay later. Huh?
Yeah, tell me you know Danny White. I'm sure we got.
I ain't got Ron Slay money. I ain't got Ron Slay money, man. Watch now, pay later.
No, you got to go to the matinees, man. You get that 30% discount.
Deal.
The texters are thrilled with the segment. They have enjoyed the movie breakdown, the Tennessee basketball breakdown, and what's happening with Tennessee athletics. You have people fired up, Ron Slay. We appreciate you. Anything you need to plug out the door before we let you go here with what you have going on?
No, I don't think so. If I do, I'll call y'all back and let y'all know.
Let us know. We'll get it out there. But we're going to get the Movie Critic YouTube channel coming soon. We'll share the link. We'll get the subscriptions up.
Let's get it, baby. Go
Hey,
for
Ron,
Vols.
Ron, you're the best. Thank you.